Hi, everybody. My name is Ron Northcutt. I'm the head of DevRel here at Appsmith, and today we're going to be talking about reusability. This is a really big, important topic, something I feel very passionately about. So without any further ado, let's dive right in. Now, today we're going to be talking about this in a few different ways. First, we're going to talk about the strategy that we have on how we're approaching reusability, how we're thinking about it, why we're even doing that at all, and what that means to you. Then we'll talk about reusability on the community edition perspective, as well as the business edition perspective. And don't worry, we're going to talk about why there's kind of two different approaches, how those fit together, and why you should even care. All right, let's jump right in. So our strategy for reusability, and really why the focus on reusability, in a word, speed. The Appsmith platform already helps you go really fast to build and deploy apps quicker than you can anywhere else, and being very developer focused. So developers love to use it, but there's still lots of things that we can do to go faster. Reusability is an important topic because it allows you to take existing work that you did and use it over and over and over again, which is a cornerstone of modern software architecture, no matter what you're doing. This also allows you to do things like standardize certain work across different applications, allows you to share different reusable work with the community and discover work that other people have done, things that could help you go faster and do cooler things. And from a business perspective, that also allows us to improve governance and the maintainability of the applications across the whole organization. So let's talk a little bit about the two different editions, how they fit together, and why we have slightly different strategies that interlock together across both. On the community side, we're taking a really template-based approach, which is focused on helping you build applications very, very quickly. So the focus here is on discovery. It's on allowing us to quickly and easily create and share reusable work across the community, be able to find that work and be able to take it in to build our own applications quickly and easily across the entire platform. And really, because of the fact that we don't know what your organization, what your team, what your needs are, we're really looking at very, very simple workflows that are going to work for everybody, no matter what. Let's keep the complexity down. Let's make the tools as simple and as powerful as possible, put those in the hands of the community, and do some great work. On the business side, we have some other things that we have to think about. And the focus on the business side is really about the organization. So we're taking a slightly different approach that works together, and that is to create packages of reusability. We'll talk about that in a minute. This means that we can focus on governance of reusability within an organization, within a department, across multiple teams, etc. Now, this is all optimized for maintainability. This is a problem that you're going to see across any type of application development in a large organization. Typically, the more you do, the slower things get. So we want to try and keep that overhead as low as possible, drive that governance, drive that maintainability, and be able to support more advanced workflows that are going to be customized for a specific organization. Now, why are there two different approaches? Well, you want to have the right tool for the right job. The focus from a community level is a little bit different than the focus from a business level. And there is compatibility, but we need to support both of those properly. From a community perspective, we really want to look at discovery, sharing, finding new things, sharing them with each other, making sure they're going to work regardless of how your organization is set up. From a business perspective, the organizational management piece becomes really, really critical. And we want to make sure that we can provide the tools and the capabilities for an organization to manage and focus their applications at scale across the entire organization. And that's something that is very specific and very important that may not necessarily be important to everyone in the community. So we don't want to take the business needs and force that complexity and that overhead on the community. We also don't want to limit the business by just providing for the community. We need to provide for both, and at the same time ensure that we have compatibility and coordination between both sides. And we've got some really great approaches to this as we're going to dig into right now. So let's start with the community edition. As I mentioned before, this is really focused on discoverability. It's focused on sharing, and it's kind of based on this idea of a template. So today, right now in the community edition, we have some really great reusability. On the templates front, we've had personal forkable templates since Q2 of this year. which means that you can take any application, you can make it forkable to anyone who has access to it, internally, externally, private templates, public templates. And Q3, we've just rolled out the beginning features for allowing us to publish and share those forkable templates with the community. So that means that from within the platform itself, if you go to share, you can publish a template, fill out a little form, and then that's going to be published on our community portal for other people to find, to use, to rate, etc. So this community template library is brand new, just came out, and we're really excited about where we see the community going with this. Now, on the same side, though, we also have JavaScript library support. So earlier this year in Q1, we rolled out support for UMD libraries. And in Q3, we just rolled out support for ESM libraries. If you don't know the difference between those, don't worry about it. You can check our documentation. There's also a really good blog post on our portal, community.appsmith.com. Go check it out. It'll explain all the details there for you. The other interesting thing is we also have the ability to support custom libraries. And that can be something that you've either registered with NPM or something else, or you can actually create your own. And again, I won't go into that. There's some details about that on our portal that you can check out. Now, when you look at these, though, we've got templates and forkable templates and community template library, and we've got libraries. There is a missing piece, and this missing piece is the thing that we're really excited and we've already started working on right now. And that is reusability below the page level. So we have templates allow you to reuse entire apps or entire pages. Libraries allow you to reuse JavaScript code and other libraries from the entire world of JavaScript. But in between is what we're building out now. And these are the building block templates. Building block templates build on the same template system, only instead of importing and exporting an entire application, we're only importing and exporting a piece of it. So you'll have the ability to go in and choose which parts of an application you want to bundle together as a building block. That could be widgets that are configured, that could be JavaScript code, that could be queries and data sources, etc. And it's a super fast, super easy way to take bits of work that you're using and bundle those together and share those out with your organization, with your team, or with the world. Now, I know that sounds like that encompasses pretty much everything that you would need, and from a certain perspective, it does. And that's one of the big goals that we have that's driving this initiative, is ensuring that our community edition is still able to support you in doing everything you need to do and keeping it open and valuable for everyone in the community. However, there's still more that we can do. So let's talk a little bit about the business edition and how we're taking that idea of reusability and we're up-leveling it specifically for large organizations who need more than just what building blocks, templates, and libraries can provide. So this idea we mentioned earlier, this idea of a package, the idea here is that we can take bits of reusability, and we'll talk about what some of those might be in a moment, and we can put them together into a package. Now, a package is different from a template or a building block in that it has versioning, you have update notifications, potentially could have the ability for automatic updates, and it kind of lets you create your own private library of reusable items. So there's additional layers of functionality here that the community doesn't need, but an organization does in order to manage their own group of packages and reusable pieces internally. Now, before I talk too much more about this, I just want to put out a warning. These plans are in flux, okay? We're very clear on the goal. We know that we want to do packages. We're really excited about what we're doing, what we've already started doing, but this is a much bigger piece that we haven't worked on as long as we have with templates. So there's a lot of work we need to do still with customer feedback, user research, real-world testing, and careful consideration of what's going on. A lot of this is already taking place. In fact, I know that some of you watching this right now today have actually already talked to some of our teams about some of the ideas that we have, some of the things that we've already done, and some of the things we're thinking about. And that's going to continue. So here's just a quick snapshot of what we're talking about from the business perspective with what these packages might be able to contain. If you're interested in learning more, if you want to be part of this user research customer feedback cycle, definitely reach out to us about that. If you have specific ideas about what you'd like to see or what would make your life so much better, definitely reach out to us. Let us know. We always love to get feedback, and we try and take that and bundle it with the best of the best to give you exactly what you're looking for. So what are some of the things that could go inside one of these packages that could be versions, that could have updates, and that could build a private repo inside your organization of reusable pieces? Well, things like the building block templates, right? The things that we already have in the community edition, we can take those and we can put those inside of packages. So now we can take the work that's being done to help build things quickly and help start things quickly, and we can kind of wrap some versioning and some update features around that to add additional functionality on top of what may already be there. Reusable queries is actually something, both of these are items that are currently underway, potentially coming out in this quarter. We know building blocks for sure. Reusable queries looks like it might be as well. On top of that, we have things like custom JavaScript logic. This kind of takes that idea of the libraries to another level by not only providing more functionality, but making it easier to create your own custom JavaScript libraries and reusable JavaScript code across an organization faster and easier than you might in some other ways. Reusable custom UI components. Right now today, the expectation is you can take a building block and you can create combinations of widgets. You can even do completely custom iframe components that we see people do all the time and make those reusable with building block templates. However, once we start talking about what an organization might need, what might make it faster and easier, there's quite a few things that we can do there to improve not only the experience, but to give us, again, more of that governance and more of that oversight that we need from an organizational level to make it faster and easier to create those custom UI components to extend the system beyond what you may need in the community level. There's also lots of other things that we're talking about, things that people have asked for, things like custom CSS. There's other features that we have in our backlog we've been looking at for some time. Again, all of this stuff is up for grabs. Some of it may happen, some of it may not. Some of it may come in different ways and different times. But keep an eye on the roadmap. We're updating that on a regular basis. And you're going to see these different pieces start to come out in 2024. You're also going to see this packages concept start to coalesce out of all of these pieces to pull them together to make it easier for you to do what you want to do. That's been a lot in a short amount of time. I know people have already seen some of these things on the roadmap. I know there's been questions about how we're thinking about reusability from a community perspective, from a business perspective. Hopefully this helps to give you some clarity across that, let you know what we're thinking and how we're approaching it. One thing I can say for sure is there is a lot of thought and a lot of focus on doing this the right way for our customers, making sure that we're providing the best of the best out there for you. And again, just to reiterate, if you have any feedback, if you have any thoughts, if you want to take part in some of these discussions, this is a community. So find us on Discord, reach out to your account manager, your sales rep, customer success. If that's something that, if you're a customer of ours, get in touch with us and we'd love to work with you, take your feedback, and see what we can do to make things even better. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day.